When it comes to excavation, Ferguson Excavation is the team you can trust. From site prep and grading to drainage solutions and land clearing, we've got the equipment, the experience, and the dedication to get your job done right, on time, on budget, and with results you can count on. Serving both residential and commercial projects, we treat every site like it's our own. Ferguson Excavation, building strong foundations for your future. Contact Brian Ferguson at 317-538-6686 today. Ferguson Excavation, digging deeper, building better. Whether you're dreaming about a full home remodel, adding extra space for a growing family, upgrading your doors and windows, building the perfect deck, or customizing your home from the ground up, Flory Contracting has you covered. Backed by experience, driven by quality, and fueled by a passion for craftsmanship, the team at Flory Contracting is known for being reliable, local, and experienced. Ready to bring your vision to life? Call Chase Flory at 317-474-7826 to schedule your free consultation today. Flory Contracting, where your home is built on trust and skill.
Touchdown Trojans! Hey fans, it's Brian Quinlan with Daniels Real Estate. You hear my voice on Friday nights, now hear this. Whether it's buying your first home or selling your current one, I bring that same energy to real estate that I bring to the game. Fast, focused, and ready to win for you. Call Brian Quinlan with Daniels Real Estate. Let's put the right play in motion today. 317-513-0641.
And welcome to Center Grove Trojan Beat. Chris Wood, Rob Thompson with you, joined today by Jake Stiles and Todd Roehling here at the Center Grove community, and definitely people who are involved in a variety of ways here in the community, both professionally and on the personal side. And we welcome you to the beautiful fall break day here, Friday, the 17th of October. And it's a great time, gentlemen, to be a Center Grove resident right now between the Center Grove football teams to get ready to go into sectionals. Girls soccer is in regionals this weekend, as well as we have had some pretty successful professional seasons going on here as well as late. Before we jump into that, we welcome my partner in here, Mr. Rob Thompson. It's been a while, Rob. Good to see you, my friend.
Hey, Woodsy. What's up, fellas?
Robbie, can I call you Woody?
You can call me Woody.
Yeah. Call him Woody.
Call you Woody, and I do appreciate you. That was very nice of you to dumb it down that I'm the personal and you're the professional.
That's using the professional terminology.
Very nice.
And just to get in with you guys, our podcast is about just highlighting people, having conversations, and obviously through my experience through the years at Bantam, and you guys with older kids, I've got to see you guys, do your thing with your own kids, but then obviously, you coached my youngest. And so, it's awesome to be here with you guys. And I think today you're
referencing Meat, right?
Yes.
Meat.
Todd.
His youngest is taller than me when you would have coached him.
Yeah. You remember him?
I do.
Okay. Meaty Cakes.
Yep.
So, I think it's a great opportunity for us just to have some open dialogue.
Yeah.
Obviously with your guys' influence in the community and the people that you've touched and who you talk to, I think it's just a great opportunity to highlight you, Jake, and highlight maybe you, Todd, but we'll figure we'll gauge that at the end of this.
I'm just eye candy.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, he is eye candy.
Jake's
don't
the man.
mind me if I don't take my eyes off it.
Well, there's a reason we put you in the center, Todd.
Well, look where we're all focused. We're all staring at him right now.
Yeah.
So let's just kind of get into a little bit about you guys, Center Grove. how you got here, when you got here, what it was, and just raising families and doing stuff. So we'll start there and then kind of go from.
Yeah. So.
Okay, Todd, that was great. Jake, what about you?
Yeah. So
Jake, I don't even know you. Where did you come from? Where did you come from?
thanks for your input, Todd.
Yeah, that was great. Great story, Todd.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm a woodman, so
that's right.
I jumped the tracks, and when I was in high school, we dominated Center Grove. We were.
But you lived in the ghetto. Back in the day, right? Got it.
Well, we called back in the day we called this West Greenwood because they don't have Center Grove on a map.
Yeah,
so right.
Still Greenwood, but we just dominated. I think it was mostly because I played on the team.
Yeah.
My physical stature alone was enough for intimidation.
I mean, when you walk into a room, it is like, wow.
Yeah, it's your presence.
I cast a short shadow. That is for sure. So, but we played sports, and Center Grove was always good. More country than they are now, and we knew they had something going on. So we grew up, met my wife, got married, and had some kids, and decided that the woodman was just we didn't want to chuck wood like a wood
Chuck's
wood.
Chuck's wood,
Right.
Chuck Woods.
I heard you could chuck it in the day.
Well, I mean, why do they dominate?
Fair.
My chucking abilities have been unmatched. I also yodel. I don't know if you know that.
I actually do know that.
Yeah, you've heard it. So we moved over to Center Grove and got involved immediately, coaching Bantam. That was my first coaching experience, actually, was with Bantam. And I interviewed with Scott Hines, a Center Grove legend.
Coach.
Yeah.
Coach Hines, baby.
Yeah. And I had to slide him at 20 to get a coaching spot, but he took it and allowed me to coach. And that's kind of where I've been. My daughter swam ever since she could float in a pool. And so then we grew up, and we were Bantam football. We did some baseball. We did Center Grove lacrosse, which is a growing sport.
Yeah,
and the lacrosse team has really, really gotten very talented over the years. So we're pretty excited about that growing sport. And we like how Center Grove has embraced lacrosse.
All 4 years?
Yeah.
Yep.
He played all 4 years lacrosse, played football through his freshman year.
Yeah.
And we still, support anything Center Grove. So, if you're watching this and you have, we did Team of the Week for a little while. I don't know if you knew that, if you saw the Center Grove Team of the Week. And that didn't have to be a sports team. We did spelling bees in elementary school. We did the STEM program. We did the robotics program. So we did all kinds of things. And I thought it was a lot of fun. And, I think that calls out to when you can do a Team of the Week because they actually excelled and achieved something other than
sports.
Yeah.
And you have to think of multiple teams come up, so it's not like you just have an easy one to pick. You have to constantly.
And every week we had somebody.
Right.
Girls golf and tennis.
That is amazing.
And they're just everybody. Everything over here in Center Grove has an extra level of talent, and I really. Again, coming from Greenwood, being the rival, which we no longer are, but we were then, and coming over here, it hurt my heart a little bit, but, embracing the culture and being a part of it and seeing all of our friends and their kids just do well in anything that they got into. It made me feel like we made the right decision in coming over here and giving our kids an opportunity that they would not have had anywhere else. And I'd like to say they hate us because they ain't us. And when you
Ain't.
Yeah, sorry.
A-I-N
okay.
I didn't quite enunciate that very well
Tennessee
today.
fan.
So, but, I think that's super neat. And I think that
awesome.
Anybody watching this should understand that Center Grove is above
It's more than
the
sports.
cut.
Absolutely, yeah. It's
in
more than
everything.
just sport. Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm gonna stop us there, and Todd will get definitely into your background here. But let's kind of open this up, and I'll go to you first, Todd, on this since kind of jumped in here. But
Since he
what
talks.
is the X factor that has made Center Grove? Because you're right. I can remember in the late 80s and 90s, for me, being the old one here, the reality is Greenwood kicked our butt in everything. I remember it in football. I remember it in boys basketball. I remember it in sectionals. The Bruce Hornsby is the coach over there. What has been the X factor that has made Center Grove make that change? If you name one person.
I'm sitting right here.
Yeah, hold on real quick, though. When did Bruce Hornsby get out of playing and playing piano and Coach Greenwood?
That is why you never played varsity basketball.
It's Bruce Hensley.
Bruce Hensley, excuse me. You're right. Bruce Hornsby.
I think they're distant cousins.
Yeah, Bruce Hornsby,
Bruce
Grateful
Hensley.
Dead guy, man.
That's
Hensley,
that's
right,
mistake
Bruce
number
Hensley.
one.
I
Thank
know,
you for
I know
correcting
what
me.
Hornsby was doing in the '80s, and he wasn't coaching basketball. He was playing with the dead.
Tough crowd, Woody.
It's all. Hey, how much time we got? We'll do this.
He's making up for lost time. Is that joke? It's
Well, I don't know. Do you want to go back to your ancestor tree, like to 1777?
I thought we were gonna-
Actually,
I thought we were going to talk about,
do you-
more artists, more artists here. Did you guys see the guitarist for
We're not
Kiss
going to get to me,
died
are we?
No, actually, we're going to get blood samples and DNA.
It's fine.
And
23andMe. It's cool.
yeah, so we'll get to you later. Sure. No, Todd. What?
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
No,
Thanks, though, Todd.
So no, I grew up in the mean streets of Southport back in the day. So little different, but I, ran with Perry guys, Greenwood guys, Roncalli guys. Got married. So got married. My wife's from Pendleton.
Prison.
that's nearby. across the
We
street,
played
I
golf
believe.
there one day.
I've golfed there too.
Did you? Yes.
It's crazy.
Yes, it's awesome.
Yeah.
But got married, and then one day we were.
Golfed at the prison?
There's
There's a prison that butts right up against the prison.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't like it, because they were going, Lori. I'm like, what the hell is that about? I'm like,
They know.
anyway, it was love at first sight. My train of thought. So anyway, we got married. Convinced her to come down here, live south. Had 2 boys, 2 years apart.
Lori did.
Lori did. They have a great father. We share a lot of things together. But 2 boys, one played basketball, one played football throughout the years, Lucas and Travis. But when we got married, before kids, we were having dinner downtown, and had some friends and come up and had friends come up and like, oh, we're down in Center Grove, and we were just kind of still feeling out where we were going to set up shop for the family, and anyway, decided let's look at Center Grove, and we loved it. Lori checked out the schools, checked the box. It was great. Great experience for the kids. The school system was awesome. Elementary, we were Sugar Grove Bulldogs. Ooh, Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Let's go, Woody.
Let's go.
So everything just turned out. But I mean, to look at it, get back to your question, I don't know. I mean, it just seems like, Rob, where did you went to Perry, right?
Center Grove.
You went to Center Grove.
Yeah.
But
They try to forget
but
about
I've got
him.
They try to
there's
keep
so
me
many
out of Center Grove.
a Perry influence down here, Southport influence down here. Everyone just seems to navigate to here, right? Which whenever that first seed was planted, I mean, football has put us on the map.
Yeah.
I would say,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But
Coach
from
Moore.
there, all the other things have grown, right?
So you bring up Coach Moore.
Yeah.
I mean, that backtracks is at John Zwitt and what John Zwitt did for the athletic program prior to that. Because the late '90s, when Zwitt came in here, the first major hire he had was Eric Moore.
Yeah. Right. You make a different decision.
We may not be having this conversation.
Hell no.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
kind of got rid of the good old boy network a little bit
Right.
that many smaller schools are known for having back in the day.
Oh, and a community school. I mean, everyone's kind of tied in down here somehow, right?
Yeah.
I mean, in what you're saying.
But no, I mean, it's been an awesome experience. So you get all those influxes down from Perry, which, I mean, obviously my seed produced really good athletes. I mean,
Thank you you for donating to Center Grove.
you're
Athletics.
welcome to the cause. But it's that, everyone recognizes, and it's just grown, right? I mean, not only sports, but the other things.
Yeah.
I mean, it just doesn't happen. I mean, they recognize the greatness or the whatever's being pumped into this community, right? And the community's been great. I mean, friends, I've coached with Jake, and I've remained coaching in Bantam football for the last 20. Going back, my first year was 2005 when my oldest son played, coached both of them through, and then I've latched on to a buddy every year since that wanted help, or maybe wanted help coach. Yeah. I forget what year it was. Me and you actually did it, but it was 1 year, and then I've helped others as well. So for the last 20 years, I've still been out there and coached this past year. We're in Pro Bowl now, so it's awesome. I couldn't have asked for a better place to set up shop and live my life.
Yeah. So if I were to summarize what Todd just said, and to kind of answer your question, since he was beating around the bush, I think it's the community. It's the parents, it's the volunteers. When I tease about having to pay for my coaching job to work with young children with Scott Hines, but you had to interview because everybody wanted to be a part of that. And I think that's really neat. And I think the baseball program is akin to that. Yep. You have more volunteers than you, and usually it's the other way, too, right? Usually you don't have enough volunteers, and you're begging people to do the chains, and you're begging people to do the clocks, and the way that the parents step up and just be a part of their kids' lives in any way that they can. If they can't coach, they do the clock. If they can't do the clock, they do the concessions. It makes a huge difference. Yeah. So I think it is the community as a whole.
The willingness to.
Yeah, and we've all been around other programs too, and not to bash any other communities, but
go ahead.
No, but you go to a football game, right? You go to Bantam. How many times are they asking for volunteers, right? There's a process,
Sure.
visitors, home, whatever, and there are some times where, we've been involved in all of it, where whoever we're playing, the community, they don't volunteer.
No.
And it's our parents. We're going somewhere and we're helping and doing, and we've been there. We've seen it, right?
But that's a good example.
No, absolutely.
Right.
Well, and I think on top of what your question, and I think one thing I'm really passionate about is being a dad, right? And I think just from being men and raising kids, what are some of those milestones that you had and that that you value and you appreciate, being in the community, being a dad, and what the community, because the most important thing I think in all this in the room, and we just want our kids to thrive.
Absolutely.
We want them to thrive.
Right.
And I think about it all the time, and I came from a background, I grew up here. I was terrible. I was a terrible kid, had major issues, right? I did what I wanted. I thought I could do what I would want, but I could have gone another way. But people, because of the community,
did you play sports?
I did drugs.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, I was a good athlete. There is an influx of that as well, right?
Right, sure.
But all jokes aside,
right.
It was the community and the people in it.
You had support. You had people who had your back to help you turn your life around.
People weren't making me do things. They were just, dude, come on, man, right? People care, people love. Right. So for me, it's being a dad and seeing my kids just thrive and being with people like you guys, other men, other friends, right?
You nailed it, right? I mean, the reason I keep coaching with having no dog in the fight, right, for the last 20 years, it's not about football at all. It's really not. If I could make a living, honest to God, if I could make a living coaching or somehow being involved in youth, mentorship, what have you, I would do it. Because it's not about football. It's about when you see them in the huddle, they come back and something clicks, or they're a good teammate, and they actually, something surfaces from them to encourage someone, right?
Yeah.
Or something like that, man. It moves me to tears. I'm a sap. I cry easy.
But it's not even what you're saying, though. It's not even like the kid running the ball that you're talking about. It's the kid that wouldn't even block in the first practice.
Yes. And then you see where they've gone.
And then you're in a tournament game and he gets one block and you just go, I got chills just thinking about it, right?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Absolutely.
On the flip side of that, I always tell our kids also, you have no idea what it was like to not win anything, right? We're winning state championships and going to the state if we're not winning them, or you're going to regional finals, and they don't even understand what it is to grow up and not make it out of sectionals.
No,
right?
Never.
You didn't even win.
That is
anything.
Crazy. Yeah.
You didn't win the first game of sectionals.
Correct.
So that is also something that. How neat is that? That is, when they go off to school or they have their own kids, they're going to tell them, we were here and here.
They're going to be mad that they're
not
losing.
Even going to understand.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's funny though. The kids, at least my boys, and I've seen it with their friends, as successful as they've been, right? And it'd be hard pressed not to fall into that self-absorbed. Mm-hmm. But these kids are humble because they know what work it takes to.
Well, you don't get that good without the work.
Well, and you don't, because whether it's
and that's
track
what everybody
or football,
misses.
and people, and I'm not,
when they look at a Center Grove program, they think, they're buying it. They have the money.
Mm-hmm. Right.
The work.
But you
is
think,
there.
but here's, I mean, we talk. People look at it, right? We play the Ben Davises. We play the MIC. When we played all the MIC teams, right? And we walk in, I'm like, we're not going to compete. We're just a bunch of small white guys, right? But they may have better athletes.
Oh,
right?
I absolutely laughed when we first joined the MIC originally. I thought that was the worst decision we could have made.
Across the board.
Yeah.
But what do we? I mean, not that those kids don't work. I'm sure they do. But I think it's because of the organization, and just it's what Coach Moore instills in terms of they don't just get there.
Yeah.
They don't just wake up and we got
four D1 athletes. Hey,
we put the work in. There's a process, and the kids buy in and they work their asses off to get to that point.
Yeah.
Right?
And Marty Mills is a big component of that, right?
Huge.
Like, I mean, that's like
Huge.
Like you look at our weight room, and then you go talk to other communities, and like it's almost foreign now. When I'm like, you don't have a strength guy,
common denominator, man.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I've seen what he's done with my kid, my oldest, and it's like, holy moly, like, dude, like, it's legit, right? It's legit.
Yeah.
I do think it's interesting because Kyler's 8th grade class, we were talking football, they might have only lost one football game in 6 years, maybe
8th grade.
Kyler's class, right?
But like I said, coming up to 7th and 8th.
They're going into 9th.
Gotcha.
So they just finished their 8th grade football season. that class, right?
Right.
And
I see what you're saying.
They don't know what losing is,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's the thing, right? How are they going to handle it?
Yep.
When they whenever it's a big time, all
Get to that next level.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
it's a little bit different.
Next practice, do you feel sorry for yourself, like, the season's over, or do you hunch down and get after it again, right?
But I think there's something to argue with that from my perspective. I feel like there's a reason they've been successful as they have.
No doubt.
They've learned that, and they've risen to the occasion, and having those guys in basketball, with the
So
exception
you
of
would
the county.
assume they'd be in that mindset, right?
Exactly,
Yeah,
except for the
right.
county tournament,
Sure.
which I think is a whole different situation last year. I think from a standpoint, those guys were as mentally tough as any group. Had a lot of factors, I think, going against us in the county basketball tournament, and we'll leave it at that. But that's the most mature group, just talking north, and then pulling the central kids in as well, who obviously are very influential on the football side as well.
That's a good point. Yeah.
They've been successful because of their maturity, both physically and mentally.
Right. But I think that has grown from the community. Like you have
It's passed on
You
from
had
one
that
group to
leadership,
another.
right?
Yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
football wise,
Well, look at past graduates coming back.
We talked
have
a
had
little,
some success, and they're coming back and
Think about
and they
it.
talk to the kids and inspire the kids.
I've never gone, but my son Lucas played football, and so they have the thing when they come back and they're playing for the state, right? They have that alumni practice where they all come back. I've never personally gone, but Lucas has gone back, and it seems like every year it just gets more and more.
That's powerful.
That is powerful,
Yeah.
man. It's crazy, especially when you see all the alumni that come back, and you look at Ben Davis sideline. They got 50 people in their stands. That's sad.
Yeah. And when I think Coach Moore is coaching players, kids potentially at this point.
Right.
But I know he's got players, right? And that currently and that he coached when he got here. So I mean, it's amazing.
It's funny because just being out there no one has that vision for the most part in any other. I mean, I'm sure they do somewhere in the country, but to have the vision when he came here and said, his first thing was, we need to build it from the ground up. Youth, whether it's it's
And
football,
being present.
Present.
He
out
Coach
there
Moore
every
goes out
Saturday
to the Bantam fields,
right? And
he
you build it
talks
from
to the
there.
kids.
People can't grasp it. Oh, that's not going to really. So I'll give you a quick example. So when I coached Travis, my son, my oldest, I was head coach, didn't know what I was doing, right? So they give you the book and all
You
the
do now,
plays.
though, right?
And correct. And I don't know if you remember Jamie Hayes. You guys know Jamie Hayes? Anyway, he had a son that played football, and Jonas, and it's an older one too. But Jonah was on my team. And I was struggling. I'm like, I didn't know what to do, call these plays, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, I'm going to dumb it down. I'm just going to say, hey, huddle up. We're going to go SpongeBob right, SpongeBob left. Okay? We'll get that. So we're running. I'm like, oh, great. And so Jamie comes over to me, right? He's like, during practice, he goes, hey, how you doing? Good. He goes, they'll get it. I'm like, I don't know, Jamie. I mean, 100 left, load, 43 belly, whatever, X, what, like, just you got to trust them. They'll get it. And so from that moment on, second grade, right? You're 6 years old, putting all that in, and he was right. They get it, and then it just builds, man. The next year, third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, they're all running the same thing. And so I'm out there. I'm coaching fifth and sixth this year, and I can see for the next years to come, they're loaded.
Loaded.
It's just it's
didn't
a
they
factory.
field like eight or nine freshmen this year to varsity?
Oh yeah,
It's
probably.
crazy
It's crazy
for a program like that.
No. That's why when my son Lucas was playing, and I think I'm like, hey, you could. These kids always take. I'm going to take my kid out and go to Greenwood Christian, or go somewhere where they're going to play. Mm-hmm. And I get it. I mean, you want your kid to play and all that, but when you look at a program, you're thinking that just stick with it, bust your ass, whether it's basketball or football, and it builds. But you're lucky. You're lucky at Center Grove if you start 1 year in football.
Yeah.
You start 2, you're pretty good.
Yeah.
3, you're an anomaly.
Yeah.
4, you're Carson Steele or whoever, Tyson McCoy,
Yeah.
or something, stupid like that.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Yeah.
I think though too, the one we were talking about losing and how our kids. I do think though there's a lesson in that though, because at Center Grove, if you do crack that lineup,
Right.
you've had to put in some sweat equity to get there,
And you're
right.
You're pulling.
And with that sweat equity, that you've lost some. Like you lose more here at Center Grove.
Oh, no doubt.
Now as a team,
Right.
But as an individual, like you really have to get on it, right? And and that's
And if you
where
crack the lineup, you're pulling all kinds of tail the rest of your next 4 years.
Yeah.
Right. I don't care if you're on it.
and that's the conversation,
Smelly
right?
finger.
As dads, like, hey, look, you want that? Go get it. What did he just say? I just talked over him. Well, let's just move on.
I'm sorry.
Let's just
Go
move
ahead.
on.
I mentally marked the time.
Got
It
it.
was the
Got it. Okay.
27-minute mark. We did well compared to
good.
previous guests. Yeah, we've done well.
The bourbon's kicking in.
Woody's running the show here, guys.
I can't remember my wife's anniversary, but I can remember when something gets dropped. I can make sure I edit it out or blurred it or something for a
Awesome.
second.
Okay. I mean, I feel like I'm still on the show. So I mean, I don't. Jake, you got a company
You
here.
want to
You
get
want to
back to
represent
my family history?
I would love to. Stop there.
Yeah. Actually, can you go back to about 1910s? I'd really interested in that.
Well, Grandpappy. No. But so one thing I read the other day, and I don't know much about it. I wanted to bring it up because I thought it was super interesting. Interesting enough to not know anything about it and follow up.
So we're going to talk about something that none of us know about.
Absolutely.
And we'll figure it all out.
This will sound intelligent.
Yeah.
Hopefully somebody will look at this and go look it up. And
We
then
only have like 3
send us an
listeners, so
email.
no one's listening. No one's watching. That's all.
We might be
Project
down to 2 after a while.
2050, the city of Indianapolis, the governor of Indianapolis has put out something. It's a sports initiative for all Indiana sports, college-based, high school-based, professional-based. And I think it's super interesting that government is getting involved. And you know what? I can see it. It brings economy, right? Like we host everything. And I think that that's a part of that. And for them to recognize it and actually make it
Get down to the high school level and
very, very cool.
As you said, look how much of the revenue the city of Indianapolis makes out of visitors and tourism because of different athletic-related events that come here.
right.
I just wonder why it's 2050 and not like 2030.
Oh, 2050 is what you.
Yeah. So it's a long-term plan.
Lofty goals.
It's a long game.
And I think just on that, like from a baseball standpoint, right? I'm not a baseball guy, and I have.
Are you serious?
I'm not. I hate baseball.
Okay.
I used to.
Okay.
But watching my boys and the lessons learned, a lot of failure, which like I'm
Yeah.
always like, why are you going to go play a
What are you,
sport
baseball
where
guy?
you're going to fail 80% of the time? Like
Yeah.
you want to feel good about doing
you're
this.
good.
Yeah, if you're good.
300 is good, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But so but I think to your point though, like I remember, when they built Grand Park,
Yeah.
and it was kind of like, wow, like, is this going to work?
complex,
right.
Is it, and then, some baseball and soccer. Then they, started building.
If you build it, they'll come.
And now, like, we'll go to
sports, yeah.
tournaments.
You just
like,
make that up.
nah,
Pretty big deal, Jake.
He might have gotten that from my movie. Yeah,
Really?
Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to go.
Well, hang on. Did Jesus
Was
say
that Kevin Hart or was that Kevin Costner? Since I can't think of names.
Oh,
correctly.
Jesus said that, right?
Kevin
Same-
Cook. It's
I
Kevin
thought it was
Cook.
you.
Kevin Cook.
Yeah. But I will tell you, like, I've been lucky enough to do some travel with my oldest, in some tournaments outside of the state, and Grand Park gets brought up. People want to
really?
come here.
Really?
Right? They want to come here.
Oh, yeah.
And you have teams from all over, from the 5-state area, 6
All over.
All over.
When we have lacrosse tournaments for back when my son played and we had travel tournaments, we were having teams from the West Coast fly in, Idaho, Nevada.
I know.
Obviously, East Coast, where lacrosse is huge. They would come here to get in the tournament at Grand Park.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yeah. And that's
Part
and-
of that's probably facilities, but doesn't part of that also have to be the cost of a hotel here in Indianapolis, the expenses in general, flights to
Less.
the Midwest are less than going to a large metropolitan area.
Yeah.
The Chicagos, the New Yorks, the Atlantas.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, and in Westfield, the community part of it, right, and the revenue. Like, if you haven't been up there lately, I mean, it's
Right.
there's hotels, there's
yeah.
restaurants now,
All
and
around
and
there.
they're building and building and
Yeah.
building, and it's
Construction's
going to be
everywhere.
more, right? And it's just. I think that's what we are, the state, right? The state is sport oriented, right?
No doubt.
Absolutely.
So thinking about the 2050 vision, do you worry too much about places being a copycat league, so to speak, of everybody trying to replicate in some way a Grand Park? Let's say, because as a basketball guy, even baseball, particularly basketball, it really sucks to have to go to the north side for everything basketball.
Oh, well.
And you have
wanna
one
play
organization
lacrosse,
that's building down
You got to
here.
go north of 70, period.
So everybody
Basketball,
talks
same
about
way.
should we have someone down here build a large sports complex?
I
I don't know if it's me too. I mean,
I think that something like that helps build
yeah.
the competition. So obviously their school sizes help. You look at Carmel and it being just a monster, and Zionsville's growing, and Westfield's pretty big.
And then you got
HSE.
HSE
you got-
Fishers now.
Holy
Like
smokes!
it
And all
is-
they do is build
Hamilton
homes
Heights
up
is
there.
not far behind them. I mean,
Who's
yeah.
that?
Hamilton Heights
Yeah.
is growing quickly
Yeah.
up there. Yeah.
Yeah. So but you can't help but think.
I
that
think
has
there's still
something to
room,
do.
man. Right? I mean, there's still room.
Well,
I mean,
there's still
if we
room.
build
Where there's
right?
land.
That's where there's land. You're right.
Yeah,
Right.
so-
And I think Marlon's facility it'll be a great thing for the South Side, at least from a basketball standpoint.
Right.
And
There's
these
a
are
lot of jobs down here also. A lot of warehouse jobs, especially over on the 65 corridor.
Yeah, yeah.
So that you need people to fill those. And if you can build something like that and you can get close to a highway,
that's a great point.
there is no
Well,
question
yeah, but I mean,
that
we
it
would
would
pull
spur.
from that Southport area to Whiteland to right. I mean, we would pull.
I'm sorry, you keep going to Southport.
Well, it was a
the mean
power.
streets,
it was
man.
a power back in '86, and I mean,
Were you there like in
I
the-
was
Were
lucky
you the
to.
Marlon Fleming area?
Part of the super power teams basketball at Southport in the 60s.
Nice. Bill, who Dampier or
Dampier,
what? Yeah,
Dampier.
Dampier. Yeah, all those guys. No,
Well, you played in this. Well,
we did. I would say though, our gym is probably a Taj Mahal.
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
I mean, it's bar none. Have you ever been there?
No,
Jake,
no.
you've been there.
yes.
Yes, it's a.
I saw Eric Gordon there.
Phenomenal.
I mean, I've seen a lot of great basketball. In that
I don't
gym.
care if it's just a summer league game that's taking place there,
is.
or
It's
if
so
it's
cool.
for regionals
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
Center Grove.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the best places. That and Newcastle are the two places that give me
Newcastle.
shivers.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a lot of
Seymour's
real.
pretty
That's
special
serious.
also.
it's that serious.
It is. It actually is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
Anyway, I
Southport
helped
Fieldhouse.
build the whole reputation. I think I don't want to delve off on a tangent
No, go ahead.
about
You-
all my success.
That's
at
why you're here.
Butler.
We're about 20 minutes late on that,
So
but-
go ahead. No, I think this is more about you today. So where? I mean, actually, where are we?
Where are
we today?
Where are we, Wood?
Wood?
Well, Jake, let's take that a different direction here.
Oh.
Obviously, as someone who's familiar with the real estate aspect of the community, I mean, what's the vibe you get from people who are looking, honestly, to move the Center Grove area? They're coming from somewhere else. What's the kind of questions, what's the top 5 questions you get from people?
Well, I don't know about top 5, but I can tell you that if you're coming to move to the south side and you want a nice community that's community forward, and you're gonna have an opportunity for your kids to excel in something, because when your kids are young, you don't know what they want.
No
right?
idea.
Right?
No idea.
I thought my kid was going to play basketball,
No
understanding
idea.
that I'm
our vision is not the vision that we live. I tell you that.
And he didn't go that direction.
Correct.
But he had that opportunity, right? And so we got to test out the CG BBL. I don't like to brag, but where we won 3 years in a row. We won the league 3 years.
I mean,
it was coaching.
Why do you think you're not? Why do you think you're on the podcast, dude?
He was all
I mean,
coaching,
I pulled up your basketball coaching stats.
Well,
I mean,
let's go ahead and pull out some stats. We'll get to that later.
Okay, but as far as community, when somebody looks at the South Side, when somebody's relocating from out of the state and they don't want to go to a congested area, they're coming to Center Grove.
how do you know all this? Like, what do you do? Like,
Good question.
How does someone verify that to reassure themselves this is the right place?
no, but how do you know?
So I'll tell you this: we have a tool called the Move Meter. I'm a Center Grove realtor, but I'm a realtor at trade, not just in Center Grove, but all over. But we do have a Move Meter,
Including Southport.
and that actually compares communities.
It does it really?
You can go online.
You get all this data.
All kinds of data, walkability and shopping and community, all the stuff that you want to know about a community.
Go ahead, Masad.
Yep.
So when you look at that data, give me something that Center Grove stands out in the positive. Give me something that Center Grove needs to grow on, improve on. That kind of gives the red flags.
Gladly. How much time do we have? No, but from
I'm just keeping track of the time.
You want to go outside for a minute, Tom? Just have our own podcast.
From a housing perspective, you're going to get resale here, and it's a no-brainer. You're going to get appreciation. The school district alone holds that solid. From what can we do better? Honestly, we're turning into Franklin Township of the 90s. And what that means to me, as somebody who's been in the business forever, is it's all residential. We don't have any other commercial perspective other than 135, and 135 is getting to be a place where nobody wants to drive. You can't get anywhere easily because our roads aren't wide enough east to west, and 135 is a 45 mile an hour, 25 mile an hour road. So if you can get up to 40 mile an hour, you're doing good.
Well, let's just look here at Smith Valley and 135. I mean,
it's
as
misery.
someone who had a car wreck on that road, on Smith Valley Road, trying to talk to the Greenwood City lawyers about who owns the rights, what can be done to try to help make it safer from that perspective.
Well, what you should have been texting.
I mean, I was not texting. Trust me, I didn't have a chance to text.
The county needs to pull some commercial somewhere else. They need to pull commercial. They need to start building commercial somewhere else. And I know obviously now 69 is expanded and they're looking at the 69 corridor to have some commercial.
That should help a little bit.
But, it's not a whole lot of land. We're going to have to buy a lot of homes and mow those down. And there is a master plan in place, but there has to be somewhere in between. We need pockets of commercial to help support so the residential taxes.
You mean putting a
aren't getting
concrete
killed.
block all the way down the road from here all the way down the Runyon Road is not the solution to that problem?
I would say that was a thought out solution. I won't want to say it was well thought out.
I mean, it might keep cars moving. They're all going to just go the next roundabout. They're going to come right back. I guess that's
it'll
the
be like the
philosophy
opposite
behind
of NASCAR.
But let's look at Morgantown Road from
You're getting
Stones
Woody
Crossing.
fired up now.
I mean,
Yeah, I like this, Woody.
I'm in. Go ahead.
Go.
I mean,
Preach.
but I'm just these are issues that impact the Center Grove community. I mean, we looked at it when we were looking at where to move here from. Well, we were in Val Vista, which is Whiteland Schools, but we're closer to Greenwood High School than we were to Whiteland. And I taught at Whiteland at the time. My wife was at Franklin Township, and she came over to Center Grove to teach. And trying to figure out, do we want to be on the east side or the west side of the road of 135 because logistics of that stoplight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we were going over there. Now, she's at Central, I'm at Central. We did take the back roads down there, but even that's becoming more congested. You cannot go down to Stones Crossing Road and expect to get through that light at 135 within 2 lights because everybody now using Stones Crossing Road as a corridor, which is what it was designed to be, but it just continues to inflate there. So we're talking about a 2050 plan. What's a 2050 plan for a layout of for Johnson County and the Center Grove area. So I'm on a tangent there for a second.
Well, when your commercial idea, again, I'm not picking on anybody in the county, but when your commercial idea is the only thing that you can add commercial to is a highway or a major road, you're doing it wrong. You need to plan your communities. And Franklin Township learned that lesson hard. Their taxes are sky high.
Yeah.
Remember, they had to get rid of their buses. They
Yep.
couldn't afford buses to get kids to public school.
So I work my previous life. I worked for the YMCA and dealt with community schools. And Franklin Township was one of my school districts. I was engaged with them when that was all going on. And like the Y, when I was at the Y, we were trying to figure out how we could cover those costs that they were losing because they were getting rid of their buses.
Yeah.
And the issue there was there's no commercial.
Right. That's
Nothing,
exactly right.
nothing
There's
driving
zero tax
money,
revenue.
money in back into the township, and they got
And you're penalizing your residents. Because there's no forward thinking. And that's what we're looking at
and
here.
during that time, though, a lot of the blame for Franklin Township was on their football stadium.
Yep.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Right? And that was a big...
Not understanding where the funding process was at that time. Yeah.
But that's the perception
Absolutely.
of the community. But the reality is Franklin Township School is really the only spot that community had.
Yeah,
Right?
that's
And so now you flip to where we're at. We kind of all migrate to that school at Center Grove, right? And that's kind of back on the Center Grove deal. But like, that's the difference. But we may lose it.
But we have
if we
so
don't-
many cornfields, right?
Yep.
And cornfields are attached to other cornfields, and all they are is houses now.
Yep.
So why are we not saying, look, we need some sort of commercial presence over here?
Well,
We're
you look
surrounded by residential housing.
Does Bargersville
with
become
more-
that? Does Bargersville become that?
It's not a big enough city center.
I mean,
What are you going to add? You've got a railroad track in the middle of it that's still active, right?
Yeah.
So you're not going to take that out.
you look at residential taxes compared to commercial taxes compared to agricultural taxes, and the support of that. Center Grove does not have the commercial tax. This helps fund those schools, and you start to then look at the reality of how that financially impacts the school system. How does Center Grove respond if those same financial constraints, by only just strictly having residential taxes, which are now capped? How does that impact by not having that commercial base there to help you out in addition?
It's a huge impact.
Yeah.
And again, we're going to see that very soon. It'll be in the next few years, and we keep expanding our schools and keep building those things, and depending on state. But when it comes down to the county level, we're getting hammered.
Well, you
we
got
are
a whole new elementary school
absolutely
getting ready to get
setting
built.
ourselves up for failure.
Sounds like you should start developing.
Yeah. What are you waiting on? What do you do?
Giggled, but you didn't.
Who do you work for?
Yeah. Who do you work for?
Well, it's not a developer, but
Okay.
yeah. So anyway, that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I do think that we're being failed on some level for future planning, and I think that it has a lot to do with some of the older demographic. We have a lot of boomers, which God
True.
bless them.
Yeah.
Yep.
However,
Yeah.
they're very opinionated, and they do not like change.
Yeah.
And so, who are the people that still show up to the county meetings? I can tell you, it's not Gen Z, and it's not the millennials, and it's not really Gen X, because we really. So it's the boomers, and they show up, and they let them, the people that make the decisions know that they're not going to be voted on. They're not. I will not vote on you one more time if you want to put more commercial out in the country. They don't like it. But
Yeah.
that's what is necessary to maintain this community.
But that's what draws people here by not having the commercial around.
I wouldn't say that.
Really?
I would say that people are drawn here because of the community. And we're not talking about building a metroplex here and, having another Terre Haute or Evansville.
So what would you like to see?
I would like to see another city center somewhere.
Yeah.
Honestly, I
like a
think that-
place to go, restaurants.
Right?
Yes. Outside of 135.
Yeah.
Or 69 for that matter.
Yeah.
So,
West side of 135 on this side.
That's right. Yeah, in between 135 and 69, there's
Yeah.
plenty of spots for it still. And if you could build something like that and alleviate some of the traffic over here, and I don't know, maybe somebody opens something else up that's not a chain restaurant. I mean, I think
Nice.
O'Charlie's and Applebee's and Taco Bell, and
Yep.
Whoa.
we got plenty of those.
Thanks for getting us back on track. host Todd.
Oh, sorry.
You know, I thought we were talking about Center Grove.
Okay.
No.
But that was good. That was actually really good.
So I'll jump in here, Jake, to get you.
Todd, we're just eye candy.
Talk a little bit about this building here, what your vision is. I mean, kind of your professional background as a realtor. You've got this new building that my understanding is you regutted.
So we bought a residential building and we got it zoned commercial. We bought it when it was framed out, and we finished it from the studs in. We painted the exterior, and we've got all kinds of things planned for it. We really want to make it kind of showcase. We're looking to talk with Grant Excavating to build us a little pond in the back and redo the gazebo.
It is freaking beautiful here, though.
Yeah.
It is. It's nice.
I'll tell you what, you need to come in the winter when it's snowing, because all of these windows, unfortunately, people can't see them, but it is so pretty with the fireplace going and the windows. But we're going to do the gazebo. We'll have a pond back here, and hopefully, people can use it.
So, Jake, one of the initiatives you've had, and we didn't really talk about this pre-show, so we can go as far as we want to, or we can kind of make it quick and out, but is the Friday nights home football games. You guys have had a pre-kickoff kind of tailgate. Talk a little about that experience, what kind of made you want to start that, kind of your thoughts of having that, the experience.
And I guess I'd like to jump in here real quick because I've never got invited to this.
Well, it is a community tailgate, so the entire community is invited.
Never got an email.
You absolutely have gotten emails several times.
I did see it on Facebook, just for the record.
It's also published on Facebook. And if you're a part of the football program,
J.C. Walgerman did not invite you, though.
You know what? Maybe I should just shut up.
Or you should check your email.
Just go ahead and finish.
Yeah, you can check your email.
Okay, go ahead.
You'll find a lot of emails in there.
Go ahead.
But yeah, so 2 hours before game time, we throw a tailgate. We partner up with local food vendors. They come out and serve food for the community. We give away all kinds of things. We've given away a couple of Jeff Saturday signed mini footballs. This week we gave away 4 Colts tickets.
Let's go.
Everything is free for the community. What we're looking to do is just get community engagement, get them to the game a little bit early. Nothing there costs anything. We've got a DJ in J.C. Wagaman. He is with Catalyst Insurance. Yep. He's amazing. And he's an amazing DJ too. That guy, he plays the Rocky Top for me. I mean, I just don't know what else is closer to my heart than that.
I don't know.
Trains.
Who are some of the Who are some of the?
They're closer to me.
Who are some of the right here?
Who are some of the food vendors like you?
Okay, so some
with?
of the food vendors, the Haven, Tried and True.
Okay.
Have come out and both cooked for us. Wits In and
Wits In.
Oh.
Wits In. I'll tell you
Smoking Aloud, by the way.
Hey,
Still?
Scratch
Absolutely.
Kitchen. Those guys make everything from scratch.
Yeah.
They have fantastic food. It's unbelievable.
Heard that. I've heard
Yeah,
that.
Mark Clark owns it, and he really does a fantastic job.
Awesome.
But yeah, so what we're just trying to do is get people together. You know what? Come out, even if it's 30 minutes early.
Right.
Come 30 minutes early, grab a hot dog, grab pulled pork. Bailey and Wood is our co-sponsor this year, and they bring out ice cream. They've got ice cream sandwiches and drumsticks and all kinds of stuff.
So you've got to get out there pretty soon, right?
Not tonight. They're not playing tonight.
They're
playing
playing
on Halloween
tonight, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to do it anyway?
Check your emails.
Got it. All right. Good. Cool.
It's in
Okay. All right. That is actually awesome, though. That's cool.
So, why did you start it? I mean, what
We
was the...
started, we restarted it. So there was a tailgate, and it was a general community tailgate. And for some reason, it got kind of shut down. And we thought it would be, I don't know, if you don't know much about our business, we're very community forward. We have a nonprofit called CB Smiles, and a portion of every single closing that we do goes to fund that. And those funds, we partner up with local vendors, vendors being HVAC guys, plumbers, any sort of general contractor, roofers. And if somebody is physically unable to make repairs, whether it's trimming bushes, cleaning gutters, or they can't afford it. For instance, we've put in a furnace for a young gal down in Franklin who was heating her house with a wood-burning stove. She just had a newborn, and she put the pack and play right in front of a wood-burning stove. And that was just to keep the baby warm. So we paid for the furnace, we paid for the ductwork, we paid for the thermostat, and one of our vendors went out and installed it all for free. So they donate their labor,
awesome.
and we pay for the materials. We've had a veteran who had a water heater rust out the bottom and couldn't afford another one, and reached out to us, and we bought the water heater, and a plumber went out and installed it and took the old one away. So we're very community minded. If you have something where we can help, I'd say reach out to us. That's super important to us. And as far as the tailgate goes, that was just kind of an extension of what we wanted to do in getting community involved in anything. So we also tailgate with the lacrosse team. And if you wanted us to tailgate with anybody, soccer, softball, golf, let us know. We've got a trailer loaded up with a couple of grills, plenty of tents, and we're ready to go.
You do it for boys and girls lacrosse?
We'll do it for anything, but primarily we've done it for boys lacrosse.
So if you're doing the girls' side, look, Craig Jarrett, the head coach who I coach or teach with, you would never get him to coach the game because he'd be constantly eating nonstop.
No, for the last 3 minutes, you lead us. You're the host now of the podcast. Todd Roehling.
We are looking for people to replace Rob.
Yeah.
Are you going away?
You're auditioning right now.
Are you going away?
No.
No.
Depends on the next
drive
So
you
let me
crazy.
ask you this then.
I just drive like crazy.
We're talking about you guys are expanding. I mean, you want to expand, right? Maybe. And so, do you have room for a sideline reporter?
Yes.
Ooh. Yeah. What's her name?
You're looking at her. Why do you laugh? Dude, I would kill it. I would love it. I'd dress up in a sweater vest. I mean,
Now,
I'd look.
for the record, Whitelands High School has something called Whiteland High School Beat Network, which is
They have a
student like Center Grove Sports Network, but it's called Whiteland Beat Sports Network.
So you're kind of.
Well, I created the Warrior Beat over there.
You
That
what?
was- I created what was called Warrior Beat Sports Network at Whiteland, and then that evolved into what it is now.
Okay.
And at that time, thanks to Kevin Conrad, who helped provide me some ideas back then and some mentoring on that, the reality is we had a sideline reporter.
Okay.
I had the students set up, and it was a couple different students. They had a wireless mic that could go up to 200 feet at that time.
Okay.
They had wireless headset, so they could hear me back and forth talking,
Right.
and then I would point to them, and they knew they had so much time, and they
So we
kind
could get like going into halftime and get the coach, right? Or we can do
you
this.
can try to get Coach Hahn or Coach Moore to do that. I would do it in a heartbeat,
I could
personally.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I got to have a new toy to buy at some point in time.
You want to give me a shot? I'm just. This could be an interview too. This could turn into an interview process.
I could make sure you don't trip on
I
the
was
wire.
sports and
I would
public
hold the
communications
wire
in
behind
college.
you. It would be amazing.
I never put it to use, but I could. I would love to team up with you guys. I got a lot to offer.
I got to find somebody to do color for me at times because Rob's schedule's not going to make it possible no
It's
matter
sounding a
what.
lot like
Well,
a
I can do
pan
that. I mean, I can help.
situation.
We can knock this out, right? Play by play color. So he's color.
He's color, yes. He
Play-by-play. I can do
brings the
play-by-play.
inspiration. Yeah, I do play by play.
Yeah, I
but
can do play by play. So I mean, it's just a thought.
I'm speechless right now. I
would love to.
I would never thought
Rob
you would
never
offer
thought
your
of this
services,
position.
but this is a dream come
It
true.
would be
honest,
awesome. Right.
This is
I'll do my
this is
homework.
such a dream come true. If there's one person I want to spend every day with, it'd be Roehling.
Comments
Rob,
about
this
each-
is
yeah,
what
I
hitting the
got it,
lottery
man.
feels like.
Just take it for what it's worth. We
This
had
is,
an
what
hour.
this is what a millionaire feels like. But, we just got rich.
Can we take this serious? Or
I am. I think you'd be great at it.
so anyway? Okay. We'll. Are we?
we
at an
might
hour?
have to work on some of the verbiage you use, though.
No, I can dim that down. I can get that down. Woody, I can be professional. Don't worry, I can do it. That was pretty good, right?
Yeah.
For most of this thing. And you
To
know
give
what?
their kid an opportunity.
You're right. And even those. I mean, those parents too. I mean, that are those parents, right? They want the best for their kid.
They do.
Oh, yeah.
And that's where they're coming from.
That's where they're coming from.
But
And I get
but
it.
on top
I
of
mean,
that, like we're going on an official visit tomorrow for Kellen, and we've had a lot of
for
baseball, yeah, and so we've had a lot of these conversations, or I have with other people that I was all in when my kids were growing up. Right now, Kellen's older, Kyler, I just kind of let him do his thing and let other people guide him,
Right.
and I'm just his dad, right? But I think what's important, and I think for those parents that are, they want the best for their kid, but maybe they're going about it the right way.
Right.
The reminder has to be nothing matters what they're doing in 7th grade, 8th grade, elementary,
Junior Trojans,
it doesn't matter.
If you could say that for the kids or the parents in the back, man.
But it's real. It's real.
Right.
And
It's real because it's in the moment.
correct.
And you want the best for your kids.
Correct. But
doesn't
longevity wise, like
and
his college coach hasn't asked him how many tournaments he won in 8th grade.
Yeah.
His college coach hasn't asked him how fast he was throwing when he was a freshman. Yeah. It's about now
Or third grade.
or 3rd grade, right?
and I'll be honest. I mean, I was one of those parents at one point.
Me too.
I remember I was too. You know, I'll share it.
I think all parents are in some way
too.
until they kind of learn through it.
Me too.
You do.
Myself as well.
My son Travis, was older boy, was on a travel baseball team, the elite, and I was actually a coach, and I'll never forget. So he wasn't hitting well, but you get kind of blind to that, right? Now my kid's my kid.
Yeah.
He should be playing, and I wrote this extensive email and sent it to the head coach. I'm just a coach. I mean, I should have just talked to him.
Yeah.
But I sent the email.
Yeah.
Keyboard warrior, right?
Yeah. Keyboard cowboy.
Went to Greg Coy, and because I could talk to Greg, right? And then, but he wasn't head coach, and then he shared it with the head coach. And then that night, because I sent it that night before a tournament, and it was at Center Grove, and I showed up, right? And I was thinking about it the whole night, and I was like, I shouldn't have done that, whatever. And so one of the other assistant coaches, they went up to BP, and I could tell that it had already been shared, right?
Oh, yeah.
I got up there, and I'm like, hey Bramlett, what's up, man? He's like, what's up? I'm like, oh boy. And I'm like,
Yeah, you did.
so I'm there. We're gonna be first pitch is in an hour, and I'm like, can I talk to you? I'm like, listen, I apologize. He goes, and I just went through I shouldn't have done it, and you just get to that. You get, as a parent, you get, and I was assistant coach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it got to me. I did, and
Yeah.
that was from then on. That was like, I don't know, maybe.
So why don't you give some advice to a parent maybe that feels the way that you had felt?
I know,
How
right?
would you handle that differently looking back on it?
Right. So, one, I guess you've got to trust. I mean, you're going to pick a team, right? If you get these parents get travel teams. It's the end all be all.
It's all who's on the front.
You got to be on the
jersey too, a lot of
travel
times.
team. You got to be on it. And I'll never forget. It was Lucas was I'm shifting gears, but Lucas, my youngest, was a 5th grader, and he was like, I want to try out for JRT. I'm like, that's fine. Let's go. Let's do it. And then anyway, we're getting ready for tryouts, and you all know Scott McCoy. He was the head coach at the time, and he's like, I don't want to try. I'm like, that's fine. I don't care. Whatever you want to do, right? First day went by, and of tryouts for JRT, he didn't go. Second day, I'm at work. Lori goes, Lucas wants to talk to you. He's like, hey, Dad, I think I want to try out. I'm like, it's already started tryouts. You'll have to go and talk to Coach McCoy and just ask, see if you can still do it. I don't know. See, long story short, went to talk to Coach McCoy, said, let him try out. He made it, played 5th and 6th. Great, awesome, right? Doesn't matter.
Does not matter.
Doesn't matter. And I'll share with you right now. I coached with Brad Howell last year as a 4th grader, or actually 3rd and 4th last year, and now I'm coaching with him. I coached with him this year as a 5th. He has a son, Miles, who's an absolute stud. Right?
He's an athlete.
He's a dude.
Yep, he's an athlete.
I told him, and I put him up. He may be one of the best players to ever come through Center Grove, bar none. He's that kind of guy, right? But he didn't play JRT, and I said, "That's Brad. It doesn't matter.
It's a stature thing to many people.
You can go through the history of JRT.
Yes.
Kids who never played.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. These kids, parents don't get bit. Just let them enjoy the time. They
it's
got
just
to
an
enjoy
experience.
and keep playing.
Yeah.
If you don't, I mean, and JRT's not made out. You're like, oh my God, it's the end all be all. It's a different mentality. It's a high school mentality.
Yeah.
You may not play as a 5th grader.
Yeah.
Is your kid going to handle that, right?
He's going to get ripped
Are
too.
you going to be
Or
able to
you
handle
gonna
that?
Play 5th and 6th and play and have an absolute joy playing both ways and having a good time.
Yep.
But just trust. I mean, I know it's hard. It's hard.
It's so
hard.
So well, and for my experience, like I'm a basketball guy. Like
Right.
I've been entrenched in the basketball world, CGBBL, and all the way up through
Basketball's brutal.
What's that?
I think in travel,
I looked at your stats.
The three-peat?
Yeah, I
There's
looked
only
them
5
up.
spots, right?
But my kid, my oldest
Right.
and my youngest, like basketball's not their thing,
Right.
and it's growing up. Like I almost.
What do you
feel-
mean it's not their thing though?
They're not playing. They're not playing. They're not going to play.
They don't
And
want to play.
They don't want to play.
Right.
And a lot of it, I like. There's some guilt as a dad because I coached my oldest all the time, and I was extremely hard on him.
Same. Right.
Extremely hard.
As a dad coach is.
Yes,
Yeah.
but the lines were blurred a lot growing up, and when he was a little kid, because I couldn't even differentiate between when I'm a dad and coach, because I was coach all the time. Like they're not good enough. You have to do that, right? And I think travel baseball changed it all, because at 12 we lost friends. We've lost, right? There's a lot of that goes on. And the thing I learned out of all the pain that you go through in that, as a dad, as a family, as friends, is my kid just needs to be with other great kids and great families.
That's it.
And then when
Isn't it funny how you have
blossoms.
seasonal friends?
Yes.
You
No,
get
it
into
is. It's
basketball
true.
season, you
But
got
no,
basketball
yeah.
friends.
Yes.
You get into
No,
football
it is.
season, you got football
But
friends.
when they're that
Yeah.
young, you can control that.
Yeah.
When they get to this level,
Yeah.
the high school level, you have no control.
No.
So none of it
Right.
matters. The only thing that matters is that there's joy and they have fun.
That is
Being
it
a
is.
parent.
Being a parent.
A supportive parent.
But you don't know what you don't know.
Correct.
And when you're a parent, you're a parent for the first time, and every step you take is the first time of anything.
Yeah.
And you don't know.
Yep.
And then, so it's just in your head, you don't know what's right and wrong. I mean,
Well, even when you have a couple kids, right?
Right.
And they're relatively close in age,
yeah.
you don't know.
You don't
Because you went through it once, but they're so
But
close in
close.
age, you
It's-
can't look backwards.
No.
It's too fresh. It's
Yeah.
too new.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now that our kids are out, now that we can look backwards,
Yeah.
maybe we can give some advice to
Yeah.
some parents who are maybe a little overzealous
Yeah.
and want just what we wanted for our kids,
Correct.
right?
Right.
And I think what we don't know is what we don't know, but also part of that is your upbringing. Like my dad, I could never do anything right for my dad, right? Never.
That is an act. Yeah.
I could never live up to his expectations,
Yeah.
and then I was putting expectations on a 10-year-old.
Absolutely.
he could not live up to.
Yeah.
And what?
That is one of my biggest regrets with
And you have no
coaching
idea you're
my
doing
son.
No idea.
Absolutely.
No clue.
No idea. And now I look at him, and they're men and women, right, and thriving.
Did it matter that he missed a tackle on a jet sweep in third grade?
And should he have gotten
It
a 45-minute
did a lot to
hearing?
me.
It did.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
On the
it
car
did.
ride home, it
Right.
did.
No,
right?
no, in the moment, yeah, I know.
Does
I know.
it matter to me now?
Does not matter.
Did
Right.
it matter to me in fifth grade? No.
Right.
And so the car ride home is the most important time for a parent to be a parent.
Good call. Yeah.
And I just
Best advice I
that's
ever
the
got
hard
from a guy that
part.
went through it. He had 5 athletes. They were Chittard. Great dad, great family man. Best advice, because we'd have these conversations in our office.
This
Just
is all positive. Who's the guy? Tell us.
Russ Miller. Russ Miller is a dude.
Russ Miller.
He's
Oh,
a dude.
Okay.
But he was like, hey, you get in the car, don't talk until they talk.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Love it.
That's
And he
as
goes-
simple as that is.
Simple, because the first
Yeah.
thing I always did, I get in, I'm like, what the? Like,
Why
Yeah.
did you do on that
This,
play?
this,
What?
and
And
this, yeah.
I'm breaking it all down.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to break it down, and if he does, I should let him do it. And that was the best advice I ever got. And I
You adhere to it?
adhere to it. I don't like with Kyler now. We get in. I don't even talk about the game.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm proud of you. I love you.
Yeah,
Right.
it took me till
That's it.
I don't know,
Yep.
sophomore year of high school when my son was done with a lacrosse game, and
Yep.
we were on the road because everything
What was your
on the
was your
north side.
dad was your dad consoling, or was he?
Was any dad
I don't,
consoling?
we don't have to go personal. But I'm just curious. I'm
Anybody
just-
in our age had a consoling dad? I would love to know.
fair.
Yeah.
No, it's funny because you look at your dad with his grandkids or your kids, and you're like, who is that guy? Who is this
Oh,
person?
yeah.
That is not
Right,
what I
right.
grew up with. But I love it. I
Yeah.
love that he's like that now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a different experience, and
Yeah.
hopefully your kids grow up and my kids grow up, and they are listening to this podcast at some point in time, and they are like, hey, you know what? Maybe I don't need to yell at my kids.
Pretty good. Yeah.
In
Pretty good
third or
advice.
fourth or fifth grade.
I don't think anybody's going to be listening to this podcast.
The 3 people will.
Rob, on a personal note between you and I, obviously we have created a side venture that we pulled Center Grove Trojan Beat into, and we talked about this beforehand, inside the Lines Media Group, media network, and kind of our vision for that, kind of your thoughts, and pulling the Trojan Beat into that as one of our podcasts we have out there, as well as kind of opening it up to others that might want to do a podcast. They can come through and work with us, and we can kind of be their hub for that, as well as it also opens up other opportunities for us, such as sports broadcasting to the metro area and beyond. Kind of your interest and excitement with that opportunity for Inside the Lines Media Network.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously this started for us,
Really November last year.
Yeah,
Almost
so we're coming up on a year. Yeah, we're coming up on a year, and it was just
23 episods.
Coaching Kyler, and was like, hey.
This is our 23rd year if I counted right. Yep.
And so, we're, and our whole mission initially was like, let's stay in Center Grove and highlight the P, and then we can maybe do some sports broadcasting as a hobby or whatever. Well, then it started to, like, people were interested, right? And so, our thoughts and our plans for that Inside the Lines is it's just going to give us a bigger scope while we still can do our Center Grove thing, but we can go enjoy sports and events on another level, right? And that's being able to pull people in, and maybe even provide a pipeline for Center Grove students or others in the community that want to go do that as well, right? And so I think it's awesome because I think we still have the presence of the podcast where we can go highlight people, have these conversations. It can be very direct and organized, or it could just be free flowing like we are and just talk about our experiences. And so I do think it's an amazing step in what we want to do. So it's just kind of seeing how we're going to do it. And like, we've had some discussions before, and like, I'm sitting here thinking like, how can we help you, right? How can we help you go reach people out in the community with what we have, right? Yeah. If he were doing something in the positive in the community, we'd try to help him too. But
anything to contribute,
we're still trying to figure that out.
Thank you.
I think that's the most exciting thing for me is that not only do we have the ability to do a podcast or the ability to do a sports broadcast and use Huddle, but I really think we have a platform now that we can, if you guys wanted to do your own podcast, we could host it. We could have everything you need and have it ready to go there. So I want to stress to people out there, they're looking to do something. Like I'm probably going to do one. It's going to be about nothing, literally, with a couple of friends as a secondary. It's a Seinfeld kind of spoof thing. We're just going to pick a topic, and our first topic is going to be NFL football with the new first down markers and being computerized, and is that really needed? I don't know.
Joe Flacco playing quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals and winning against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I think first time ever beat Aaron Rodgers. First time he ever beat Aaron Rodgers.
I think it's exciting, though, that we provide an opportunity for others in the community.
Yeah, absolutely.
And not just Center Grove, but the entire, really, for that matter, anywhere, that they can reach out to us, and we have the ability to offer that to others and help maintain that for them and provide them the tools to have that. So I look forward to the chance of doing Center Grove sports, but I also look forward to the chance of doing hopefully some Indian Creek stuff or other schools in this area. Pick our schedules. This year's going to be crazy with basketball, but as I phase out my basketball coaching days, this gives me the opportunity to go in my next life and I think expand that and potentially pull others in to help us on air in different ways, because you and I can't do it all together. And I think we've kind of learned that and realized those challenges for us, for our own family's needs, our own personal needs. And we're looking for people out there that want to join us in this venture, I guess.
Yeah, and that could be graphic design, that could be editing. I mean, I will tell you this, Woody, like him and I are totally different, right? But he gets focused, he goes, and the stuff he's able to do and learn and put into invest in this, like this dude is going to take us somewhere, right? And so I do think it is very exciting, but you hit a point too. It's so much like
we can't do it by ourselves.
Can't do it by ourselves because we got families and kids still in the house, and so it's really tough. But I do think this step is going to give us an avenue to kind of be flexible in what we want to do. And if we want to go do an event and someone's doing an event and it's somewhere over in Greenwood and we're, hey, come by, we do a podcast. I'll have ABCD here, right? And we could highlight that. There's things that we can do, not just sitting here on a couch talking, right?
We'll do the golf outing last year.
Yeah, we did the golf
Andy
outing.
Fisher was
Yep.
one of the best experiences,
Yeah.
just having people. I'm looking forward to having somebody who can help me do this stuff.
Sure.
And you've
Absolutely.
offered,
Yeah.
but your schedule makes that tough to really get the time that we need to help get you comfortable with that.
Listen, Woody, I'm officially empty nester. So honestly, I mean,
I'm half a
I would
heavy-
absolutely love the. I mean, if you guys need something or the
Yeah, no.
opportunity,
I mean,
I've got.
I think those
I've
are
got
conversations
time.
we definitely can have
Yeah.
off air
Absolutely.
for sure.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
also wanted to get it out there on air for people who would be watching this, so we haven't scared them away already.
Right.
Just from the reality
minute.
of.
They made it
Was that a
this
shot?
far.
Was that a shot? Wait, we're still live.
I won't be muting this part. Trust me.
Okay. All right. Whatever. All right. Got
That
it.
can change any second.
Got it. Got it.
But I just want people to know that we're excited what we've achieved in basically a year now, as well as this is a community thing. Let's
We're
get
gonna do
pull
this.
others into it.
Yep.
So, Rob, anything else from you, my friend?
Nah, hey guys, I appreciate you both, and just our interactions through the years, and just being good dudes, and you guys bring a lot of laughs and a lot of joy to a lot of people in the community. So grateful to know you guys, and grateful that we could highlight and have a pretty fun conversation.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's been
Pretty
awesome.
simple, man.
blast.
Just be a good dude.
Yep.
Be kind,
Be a good
right?
dude.
Just
Yeah.
be,
It's not hard.
No.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Hey man, when you lay your head on the pillow every night,
Right.
and you can say I did the best I could, and I was
right.
kind,
I
and
I didn't do anything to anybody.
yep.
Right.
And I've had nights where you go with that guilt, right?
Absolutely.
Because you're dumb, you're stupid.
Hey, Woody, thanks for the
All
opportunity,
I'm
man.
going to say is,
thanks.
due to a previous guest, I have figured out how to use the mute button.
Nice. That's well played,
Fair enough.
Woody.
Well played, Woody.
Jake Stiles,
Yeah.
Todd Roehling.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, thank you so much
Yeah.
for joining us here on the
Awesome.
Trojan Beat. It has been a blast.
Yeah.
Thanks for hosting us here.
Yeah, great place.
Yeah.
Great place.
Guys,
Style. What's it
anytime.
called? What is it? What's your
Coldwell
Styles foot
Styles.
massage.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
That's Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage you're thinking about, but it's
a great combo.
Completely different
Yep.
complex. So,
Thanks, guys.
Coldwell Banker Styles. We're here on Smith Valley Road. We're a bunch of realtors. We're not bankers, but it's part of our name. It was actually a last name is where it came from. The guy's last name was Banker.
Oh, was it really?
Wow.
So it was Coldwell,
That-
and then there
that
was
would be
Banker.
confusing, yeah.
So, yeah. So
Well, you guys are awesome.
thanks for having us, guys.
You guys are awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Chris Wood, Rob Thompson, Jake Stiles, Todd Roehling here. Center Grove Trojan Beat. We're back here soon, hopefully soon, Rob. Do this again.
Yes, sir.
Thanks everyone for watching today, and have a great day. And go.